Yes, Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Welcome to today class. Today I'm going to start a new chapter which is Understanding Elementary Shapes. Understanding Elementary Shapes. See, in our daily life we can see many basic shapes, many objects we can see. Like if you see this board which is bounded by line segments, four line segment. Top of the board is four-sided polygon. Top of the door is four-sided polygon. Yes, we can see many objects like which are in different shapes. Some of them are bounded by line segments, some of them are bounded by like curved lines. Now in this chapter we are going to learn about angles, measuring angles, classification of triangles, quadrilaterals and three-dimensional shapes. Already we know what is mean by angle. What is mean by angle better here? See, let me take two line segments. Now both are in same direction. So one I'll keep same direction, one I'll try to rotate. Yes, the amount of rotation between two line segment or two rays or two lines, the amount of rotation, whatever the amount they are rotating, that amount of rotation is called angle. So how we are going to measure the angles? One complete rotation they are going to measure like 360 degrees. We are going to measure the angles in terms of degrees. Classification of triangles. We know what is mean by triangle. Triangle is a polygon which is bounded by three sides. Three-sided polygon. Yes, you can see one figure here. Yes, it is called one triangle which is bounded by three sides. Three-sided polygon is called triangle. See, classifications we have different like based on the sides. If all three sides are equal, three sides are different, two sides are equal, or angles like based on sides, based on angles. We have classifications in triangle. What is meant by triangle beta? Three-sided polygon. Next we will see quadrilaterals. Top of this board is a quadrilateral. What is quadrilateral? A four-sided polygon is called a quadrilateral. Or we can say a simple closed figure which is bounded by four sides is called a quadrilateral. Then we can see three-dimensional shapes. We can see some three-dimensional shapes also in our surroundings. Like if you see this textbook, it is one 3D figure which is like a cuboid. It has three dimensions. Those three dimensions we can see here. One is length, yes, one is breadth and one more is height. It has three dimensions: length, breadth, height. So like that we can see many objects which are like having three dimensions. We are going to learn about three-dimensional figures also. Now coming to next, here we can see today class measuring the line segments. You know what is meant by line segment? Yes, you know very well, I think so. Let me take one line segment here. It has two end points. It has two end points and also it has a definite length. It has a fixed length. It has both starting and ending point. We can measure the length so that I can say that it has a fixed length. How we can measure the line segment? There are different ways we have to measure the line segment. Now we learn each and every method and we'll decide which method will give us accurate length, exact length. In that, one of the method is comparison by observation. So how we can verify the length of the line segment by observation? Let me take one line segment AB here and I'll take one more is like this CD. Yes. By observing this, we can say the conclusion. What conclusion we can say? Sir, here AB is the greater. AB is the greater side compared to CD. Then what about CD? CD is the smaller side. Yes. By seeing this only, we can say by observing the length, we can say which is greater, which is smaller. This we can see here comparison by observation. We are comparing the line segments by observing. By observing their length only we can say which one is greater, which one is smaller. Suppose let me take second example. Yes, I'll take one line segment here AB. One more I'll take here like PQ. Now is it possible to say which is greater, which is smaller? Let me take one more. Let me take here one line horizontally and one I take here vertically. It's not possible to say correct answer, accurate answer, exact answer by seeing the length itself. By observing them, it's not possible to give the accurate value, accurate answer, exact answer every time. So when we can say the answer correctly, when the length have more difference, A, B, C, D, the difference between their length is some more. So that we can easily say greater, smaller. Here we can see A, B, P, Q almost they looks like the same. Minor difference is there like 0.2 centimeters, 0.5 centimeters, 0.7 centimeters. Here one is horizontal, one is vertical. So it's not easy, it's not much easy to say the answer by comparing their mean, by observing this. Hope it is clear. When the length of the difference is more, when the difference between their length is more, we can say easily greater, smaller by observing. But when they have least difference, if the difference between these two lengths is least value, like 0.5 centimeter, 1 centimeter is difference, in such case, it's not possible to give the answer by observing these line segments. So it's not the correct method. It's not the correct method. We can't get always exact answer. So when the length is one is small, one is greater. See, there is a difference between their length is small, we can say easily. But when they have small, minor length difference, it's not possible to say always greater and smaller by the method of this observation. Then in such case we need to go for alternate method. Here we have a method comparison by tracing here. Comparison by tracing. So imagine this is one paper. Let me draw one line segment AB here. And let me draw one line segment CD here. CD one line segment. Let me draw AB one line segment. So how can I do comparison this both by tracing here? I said imagine this is one paper. Now below this ABC, CD, below the CD, below that paper we give one more paper, we trace this. Below that paper we can see one mark. On that mark you can see one line segment, and that line segment you can keep over AB. You can keep over AB so that we can say what is greater, which one is smaller. Yes. With that method we can say this one is greater, this one is smaller. Suppose if I give one more line segment, again this paper we need to trace. This paper we need to trace, and this three we have to keep one over other. It is the time taking process. It's not easy to give the answer. It is the time consuming process. Alright? Even this also not comfort comparison of the line segment. Because if I have more number of line segment, each line segment we need to trace, should keep one over other, should identify what is greater, what is smaller. And you know one thing, in these methods, we can say what is greater, what is smaller. We can't say their length in terms of numerical values. So that even these tools are not enough for better comparison of line segments. Then what alternate method we have? Comparing then using ruler and divider. What is mean by ruler? You know it is scale. Yes. Divider, you can see one of the instrument is geometry box. Yes, this is called a scale and also called a ruler. And what about this? We call it as divider. We call it as divider. Now let's see how we can compare here. With the help of scale, we'll see better here. Let me take one scale here. Yes, you can see here from 0 to 15. It is 15 centimeter length. From 0 to 1, if we see, we can see small 10 lines. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1. So 1 centimeter is equal to, we can see 10 subparts. Each part we can call it as 1 millimeter. Now tell me 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? 10 millimeters. Very good. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. Total I can see here 15 centimeters. You can see long scale means you can take them till 30 centimeters also. Yes. Now here let me take one line segment AB and let me take till here a small scale, and one more I take here. One more line segment I take here CD. Now we'll measure. See how can I do comparison of these both line segments by using ruler? I mean by using scale. We can measure the length of this AB. Yes. So this is like I got 15 centimeters. This we can do here. This I got 12.4 centimeters. Yes. Now we can say that sir AB is greater. The length of the line segment AB is greater than the length of CD line segment 12.4. So By measuring their length with the help of ruler also we can do comparison and we can say which is the greater, which is smaller. Then see what problems you can see by measuring this with the help of ruler. See, when you measure this line segment with the help of ruler, there is a problem with angular beam. Should keep the point exactly vertically. Exact vertically only should see. If you see from left side onwards or right side onwards, there is a bit changes, bit errors we can see here. So there is a problem with angular beam. Here angular beam is what? Should take the point exact vertically. If you are seeing from left side onwards or right side onwards, we can see there bit errors. So even measuring the length of the line segment with ruler also, we are facing the problem with angular viewing. Means while measuring, suppose scale will show here and there, or else when we are keeping the point exactly, we should keep only vertically. If you are keeping from this side, left side onwards or right side onwards, there is a problem. Like bit errors we can see. We can't see major difference, but we can see 0.3, 0.5 centimeters difference. So even scale, measuring the scale, okay, but sometimes because of that angular beam or because of that scale position, there may be a bit errors we can see. Then how can we avoid that errors? So to avoid that errors, we can use one more instrument which is divider. By using this divider, we can write the accurate length, exact length of the line segment. Yes. How can we measure the exact length here? Let me take one line segment AB. Right? One more I'll take here CD. Now how can we measure the length of AB and CD by using this divider? Open the both pointers of this divider. Now keep one pointer, both the ends, and this both pointers you can keep both ends of this line segment. You can lift this divider without changing this radius. Now this you can keep on scale. Yes, this you can keep on scale. One pointer should keep at 0 side and you mark the length of other pointer. Yes, this I can see 17 centimeters. This I can see here 17 centimeters. Yes. How can I measure this CD? Same. Open this both pointers and both pointers you can keep on the end points of line segment. Yes. Here we can see pointers are sharp edge. So because of that there is no single mistake. There is no errors. We can take the exact length. See pointers are sharp there. So when I keep on both ends, we can see exact length. Now lift this divider without changing its radius. You can keep on scale and one end of the pointer must keep on 0. Other pointer you can mark. Yes, this I can see here 14.7. Yes, this I can see 14.7 centimeters. Now we can say that this one is greater line segment, this one is the smaller line segment. When you measure the length of the line segment for comparison purpose, divider gives the accurate value, exact value without any errors. The reason is these both pointers are sharp edges. So when we keep this over AB and we lift this and we keep on scale, so which gives the exact length. We can see their accurate length. Hope it is clear for everyone. Yes, by observing when the length of the line segment is minor difference there, in that case it's not possible to say greater smaller by observing this. So even it is not convenient to give the exact length. Comparison by tracing also, by tracing the paper every time it is the time taking process. So we can compare by using ruler or divider. These both are okay. In this both, divider is the best way to compare the length of the line segments. When I measure this with ruler, there is a problem with position of the scale or angular viewing. You should take the point exact vertically. So even measuring with scale also, we can see bit errors there because of that angular viewing. But when you measure with divider, we can give the accurate length, exact length of the line segment so that we can do the comparison. Yes, let's see some questions here in exercise 5.1. They are asking why is better to use a divider than ruler while measuring the length of a line segment. this line segment AB by using a ruler first. Let me measure by using a ruler. I mean by using scale. I will measure now. See here, AB. I got here 14.6. I got. Yes, let me measure 1 better. I got here 14.6 I got. So by measuring with ruler I got 14.6 centimeters. We'll try to measure with divider. By using divider we'll see how changes we are going to observe. Now if I measure with the help of divider, first we have to open this both pointers of divider and keep these both pointers on the ends of the line segment exactly. So we keep like this. Yes. We'll keep both pointers on the both ends of the line segment. Now lift the divider without changing the radius. Now this we can keep on scale and make sure that one pointer is at 0 and mark the other pointer. Yes. Now here I can see here 14.8. I can see here 14.8. I can see here. Sorry, 14.7. I can see. I can see here 14.7. When I measure this, I got 14.7 centimeters. See, there is a problem with measuring the scale better. When we measure the scale, so there is a problem. Maybe scale position will change here and there, or there is a problem with by keeping the point. It is not much sharp here, it is not sharp. So by keeping the point, there is a problem with angle view. So because of that, compared to ruler, divider will give the accurate measurement. Accurate measurement. So what we can write here solution better? Why is better to use a divider than ruler? We can write here divider is to measure the line segment. We can write here to measure the length of line segment. To measure the length of line segment. Divider gives by divider it gives accurate value. What it gives? It gives accurate value than measuring by a ruler. So what is the problem if I measure with ruler? So there may be error. There may be error by angular viewing. Angular viewing with ruler. So when you measure the ruler, when you measure the length of line segment with ruler, so there is a bit errors we can see because of this angular viewing. So take the point exact vertically. So because of that we can see bit errors if you measure with a ruler. So because of that what we can conclude, divider is the best way to get accurate length of the line segment. Now let's see next one better. Draw any line segment, say AB. Take any point C lying between A and B. Yes. They said draw one line segment and take one line segment here. So draw one line segment AB. Take any point C lying between AB. Between AB they are asked to take any point C. Let me take here point C. Measure the lengths of AB, BC and AC. Is AB equal to AC plus CB they are asking. Yes, we have to measure the length of AB, then measure the length of BC, then measure the length of AC. Then we can see whether we get this answer or not. Let us measure this by using a ruler. Yes. First we will measure what is the length of AC. We will see here. Yes. Let me measure this. This I can see here exactly 15 centimeters. AC I can see exactly 15 centimeters. Let's measure what is, sorry, not AC, AB better. Sorry. AB I can see 15 centimeters. Yes. Now we measure what is A to C, C to B. I can see A to C is 10 centimeters and C to B is 5 centimeters. A to C I can see 10 centimeters. B to C I can see 5 centimeters. Now is it possible to say like this, AB equal to AC plus CB? 15, AB equal to 15 is equal to BC plus AC, 5 plus 10. Yes. Yes, we can say that. Yes, AB is equal to AC plus CB. What is length of AB beta? AB is 15 centimeters is equal to AC how much? 10. plus CB how much? 5. So we can write 15 is equal to 10 plus 5, 15. Yes. Between AB line segment, wherever you take point C in between AB, by measuring, we can see that sum of these two lengths is equal to total length AB. Sum of these two lengths AC and CB is equal to total length AB. Now see one more example from exercise beta. P is the midpoint of AC. What is meant by midpoint? Which divides two equal parts, which makes two equal parts. O B for room for AC, and C is the midpoint of BD, where ABC lie on a straight line, same line. Say why these both are equal. A B C D are equal. First we draw a line segment AB, a line segment AC on that line segment AC. B is the midpoint it seems. So let me draw one line segment beta. Yes, let me draw one line segment. So I'll name it here AC. I'll name it AC. So what does it here? B is the midpoint of AC. Midpoint means should take exactly middle. Just you can take it is approximate. Yes, let me take approximately. B is the midpoint of AC. So we write here solution beta. What we can write? Given. So what they given here? B. Point B is midpoint of AC. So B is midpoint of AC, nothing but it is exactly middle of AC. So when it is exactly middle, we can say that A to B length is equal to BC length. AB is equal to BC. So B is the midpoint of AC. Then what we can say beta? Then we can say that length of AB is equal to length of BC. Length of AB is equal to length of BC. Next what they said, C is the midpoint of BD. D we can take one point here. Where we can take D here? They said A, B, C, D. All these 4 points are there on the same straight line it seems. All the 4 points are there on the same line. So just you can extend this and you can take one point D. Extend this and take one point D. Because they said A, B, C, D, all the 4 points lie on the straight line. So here A, B, C, D, all the 4 points are there on the straight line. See about C, what they said here? Yes, they said that C is the midpoint of BD. C is the midpoint of BD. C is the midpoint of BD means what? C divides the BD into two equal parts. Means length of BC is equal to length of CD. That is the meaning of midpoint C. C is the midpoint of BD means C divides BD into two equal parts which are BC is equal to CD. Yes. And also he gave C is what we can write? C is the midpoint of BD. So when C is the midpoint of BD, then what we can say? Then we can say that both these lengths are equal. BC equal to how much? CD. This let me take some equation 1. Let me take some equation 2. See in 1 and 2 what we can see? BC is the same. BC is the common. Yes, I can write now from equation 1 and equation 2 AB is equal to BC. Again same that BC is equal to how much? CD. BC is the common length in both 1 and 2. I am taking AB equal to BC. Again that BC equal to how much? CD. All the three lengths are equal it seems. AB equal to BC equal to CD I got. What they are asking to prove? Why AB equal to CD? We can say from this both. Yes, therefore we can say that both AB equal to CD. That's all solution. Yes, I think it's clear today concept for everyone. Today what we learned? How we can compare the length of the line segment by observation, by tracing the paper, by measuring with ruler and divider. In all those methods we learned we can measure with ruler and divider. This is the convenient method for us. And divider will give accurate measure. Even if you take scale also, not much difference we can see. Yes, we can see make more differences. Now here, hope it is clear how we can measure the length and how we can say this midpoint. So based on the knowledge, exercise 5.1 beta 1457 you complete in homework. Thank you once again. We'll meet next class.